My precious child, take a moment to truly see the people around you, not for their flaws, but for the love they quietly carry just for you. Even in their imperfection, their hearts beat with care and hope for your happiness. Today, pause and thank me for the incredible gift of your mind, the power to reflect, to understand, and to receive these words that I whisper into your soul. Every dawn offers you a fresh canvas, a chance to shift your perspective and choose hope over despair. As sunlight gently breaks through the darkest night, let your eyes seek the goodness that still bloomers within the chaos. Hold tight to that small spark of hope, that faint silver lining that whispers of better days. Remember, the hardships you face are not the measure of who you are. They are the fire that tempers your spirit and molds your strength. Look at how far you've come. Whether you stand tall with quiet dignity or bow your knees in humble surrender, you are alive, and that alone is a victory. The battles that tried to crush you only forge a stronger, braver you. I know the wounds are deep, the struggle's exhausting, but here you remain breathing, hoping, reaching for my hand. And when your strength falters, do not despair, for I am here ready to catch you, to lift you beyond your doubts and fears. Cling to the promises I have spoken over you. They are an unbreakable shield, guarding your heart against every storm that tries to break your spirit. Your prayers, beloved, carry power beyond what you can imagine. Speak not only for yourself, but also for those you cherish most. In the fierce battles of life, prayer is your strongest weapon, cutting through darkness and calling down light. Trust that my love for you is the one constant that never falters. It is the unshakable truth that draws your heart ever closer to mine. As you journey forward, know that I am walking right beside you, guiding your steps, even through the fiercest storms. I see your pain, the shame, the moments when the world seemed to turn its back on you. But do not allow bitterness to root itself in your soul. Instead, let peace rise within you like a mighty fortress, and let courage blaze like a sword in your hand. Turn your face from the shadows and step boldly into the radiant light of my love. Here in this sacred space, doors of hope and miracles are waiting to swing wide open for you. If your body is weak and your health feels fragile, do not fear. I am the healer who walks every step with you. For those carrying the heavy burden of caring for little ones, know that I am preparing a feast of blessings, abundant and overflowing, for you and your family to share. My grace is vast. It touches even those who doubt or question, showering them with unearned gifts beyond their imagining. And for those weighed down by financial struggles, lift your eyes and trust in my perfect timing. I am your provider, your unwavering source of supply. Even when the path ahead looks uncertain, stand strong and remember I am your constant companion, a steady presence in every challenge you face. When the world trembles and others lose hope, do not let your faith waver. Stand firm on the foundation of my word, especially when the storms roar loudest. This message comes straight from the core of my being, a sacred promise that I am with you always through every moment and every breath. When life threatens to overwhelm and obstacles seem insurmountable, remember I am your strength. I will illuminate your path even when the night feels darkest. Now I speak again, not with spectacle, but with a steady voice. You are not finished, and neither is my work with you. Your breath itself signals continuing purpose. The deep pull toward meaning echoes my own intent. Look back at times you thought impossible to survive. Notice that you are still here and that survival even brought new insight. The presence that stood with you in shadow stands with you in light. It is the same presence inviting you forward. Now your openness to these words shows the bond still lives. I reach toward you, lift your head, steady your heart. You may think you stand at a dead end, but this point can become a fresh start. Every scar, ache, and setback can join into something larger than you could craft alone. My plans aim for hope and direction. Even now, pieces are being restored, losses mended, and quiet beauty can rise from ashes. Let hope widen your vision beyond what was lost to what may yet form. Choose to notice small signs of renewal, a helpful conversation, a calm breath, an idea that sparks gentle excitement. Release the guilt holding you. Release the shame weighing you down. Release self-made timelines and rigid expectations. You are not late or left behind. You stand exactly where you need to be for the next step. Your story continues. I'm adding pages filled with renewal, steady joy, and new growth. This is not because your record is flawless, but because my care refuses to quit. Do not stop now. You may be on the edge of fresh insight and change. Think of travelers who pause at a rise and nearly turn back, unaware that one more curve reveals a valley filled with light. The view you hope for might be one effort away. Breathe out the weight of comparison and hurry. Breathe in patience and curiosity. They will guide your next movement. Celebrate each small gain. Progress often hides inside ordinary days waiting for attention. Trust me, not only through speech, but with your whole life, your hopes and fears alike. Trust when days ache, when events defy sense, when the road ahead stays dim. I already walk your tomorrow, clearing space. I hold the structure that keeps everything, including you. Return to me not from shame, but because I welcome you. My support is wide and constant. I want to share the good still waiting to unfold. Trust is less about certainty and more about willingness to step while questions remain. Picture crossing a river on stepping stones that appear only as you shift weight onto the next one. Each move allows fresh ground to emerge. Let that image steady you when logic demands a full map. Remember that movement often shapes the map itself. The unknown can feel large, yet it shrinks each time you decide to move forward anyway, even if slowly. You were never meant to shoulder every load alone or solve every puzzle by yourself. The weight you feel is shared. Let me guide you. Let me carry you when you tire, steady you when energy fades, calm you amid inner or outer turmoil. If you slip again, I will steady you. If you forget, I will remind you. If you wander, I will call you back. My care is sturdy, enduring, and always near. Receive that help rather than proving you can do everything alone. Humility opens channels that pride blocks. Shared effort lightens burden and turns daunting cliffs into reachable heights. You will not always grasp why certain turns appear, why some doors close. Questions may feel heavy, yet nothing is wasted. No moment, wound, or loss falls outside use. All can gain meaning in the wider arc of your life. Rest in this. You ask why to keep trusting. My answer lies beyond words in an unchanging reality. I remain reliable even when you struggle. I stay the fixed point. Imagine standing on shore while waves surge and recede. Though water shifts, the shoreline endures. In the same way, I remain steady while circumstances cycle. Let that steadiness encourage you to stand, breathe, and watch each wave pass. When your mind fills with unanswered questions, Meet them with this reply: I may not understand yet, but I stand with one who does, and that is enough for now. In time, many of those questions will soften or find practical answers. Remember, true reliance is not only for calm days. It was made for storms and valleys, for hours when all else fades, when sense breaks down, and when doubt shouts louder than any promise. In peaceful weather, you may barely notice the rope that secures you. Yet in strong wind, that same rope becomes your lifeline. So it is with trust. When life feels simple, trust may feel optional. When struggle arrives, trust shows its strength. Let the memory of past survival serve as evidence that trust has already proved worth. It guided you through earlier nights and will do so again. Resilience does not demand that you never wobble. It invites you to keep moving even if every step feels shaky. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep asking honest questions. Hold the rope. Storms pass, valleys rise. The path may curve, but it continues and guidance continues with it. Hold on to our link. I have never let go of you, and I never will. I look beyond what you can see right now. I understand how each moment fits within the larger story. I notice your quiet effort, the private battles you keep to yourself, the grit you draw on when no one is watching. I have watched your whispered requests for help and the determination that kept you moving when comfort was scarce. Nothing about your journey is hidden from me, and my regard for you has not slipped for an instant. I know the thoughts that flicker across your mind before you name them, the hopes you tuck away because they feel too large to voice. I notice the small acts of care you offer even when no one credits you. I observe the times you choose patience when frustration would be easier. I celebrate each humble gain, each inch of ground covered when you felt like stopping. Your life in all its hidden detail is fully present to me. I also see how outside voices try to blur your thinking. They repeat false claims and spread confusion, hinting that you are past repair. Remember that murmur is not mine. I do not belittle you, accuse you, or pile on blame. That tone comes from fear, startled by the strength that grows when you stay near me. It twists past hurts and uses them to pull you toward despair. It pretends I have forgotten you. Though my attention on you is constant and unwavering, it feeds on memories of disappointment and turns them into heavy predictions of future failure. Its tone may mimic your own thoughts, borrowing familiar phrases, so you assume the judgment comes from within. Yet its motive is always the same: to press you into retreat and shrink your view of possibility. Whenever you catch that pattern, pause and breathe. Recognize that the accusation is borrowed, that the despair is foreign, not native to the core of who you are. Let that awareness loosen its grip. You are not overlooked or stranded. Trust that your honest hopes reach me. Waiting is never wasted. Quiet seasons still carry purpose. Pressure can build qualities, comfort cannot. True confidence is not about seeing every detail, but about knowing I remain trustworthy when nothing around you hints at relief. I will open a path even when every option looks blocked. I am active during the hours that appear stalled, while you wonder if anything is moving. Roots of strength reach deeper. Waiting can reveal motives, refine goals, and clear space for fresh insight. When the answer you seek seems delayed, consider the unseen intersections being arranged, the moments of timing being aligned so that when the door opens, you are prepared to walk through it with clarity. The still period trains your focus and tempers your expectations, removing illusions so genuine purpose can rise. Waiting also teaches gratitude for ordinary provisions. The meal that satisfies hunger, the friend who listens, the sunrise that returns without command. These moments keep you grounded and remind you that life is more than the single breakthrough you anticipate. Keep that certainty close. Even if your hands shake, hold on, not because you grasp every reason, but because you trust the one who does. My outlook is wider than yours. My methods reach beyond your own. If you could glimpse what I prepare, you would breathe easier, even while questions linger. This is steady reliance, believing without visible proof, and staying anchored when circumstances argue otherwise. You may feel as though you walk through fog, seeing only a few steps ahead. Yet that limited view does not limit my guidance. Think of how a lantern lights the ground, enough light for the next placement of your foot, inviting trust for the rest. In the same way, I guide incrementally, giving manageable insight so you are not overloaded. Each small revelation is designed to meet you at the point of ability, fostering reliance rather than self-sufficiency. I am not looking for faultless performance, but for honest engagement. Each question you raise, each fear you voice in my direction becomes part of our dialogue and draws you nearer. Even if the answer unfolds slowly, I treasure every moment you choose trust. Every time you look up and say, "Still, I rely on you." That quiet decision carries great strength. Competing influences will attempt to divert your focus with noise, fear, appetite, and memory. Yet the struggle for your peace was settled long ago. I have already dealt with the root of those shadows and declare that you are free to remain connected. Your choice to trust in the middle of uncertainty does more than encourage you. It sends a quiet signal into the spiritual environment around you. Confidence rooted in our link unsettles despair and weakens temptation. The noise trying to drown my whisper has no lasting power when you keep choosing focus. Each deliberate return to connection strengthens your mind toward peace, reinforcing habits that will carry you through future challenges. Celebrate those moments. They reveal how free you already are. So speak against falsehood, push back on fear, lean into the truth already inside you. When the lie says you stand alone, recall that I stay beside you. When it claims you have failed beyond help, remember you can still move forward with my support. When escape seems impossible, hold to the fact that I create roots through barren ground. When it calls you unworthy, let my steady regard answer. And when it growls that time is gone, remember I can bring fresh beginnings. Hold these replies in your mind like well-chosen stones in a pocket. Reach for them when doubt surfaces. Speak them silently or out loud until they settle in your memory and reshape your inner conversation. Truth repeated with intention becomes an anchor that holds fast when conditions change. Over time, lies lose their shock value and slip away, unable to compete with settled conviction. Understand that you are not striving for some distant win. You are learning to live from a victory already granted. Each time you turn your attention toward gratefulness, heavy clouds thin. Each sentence of hope you speak into your own mind shifts the climate within you. Guard that inner space. Do not let fear find a home in you. It always starts small. A doubtful thought, a gray hunch, a discouraging whisper. Amen.